Hello everyone, welcome back to more of my videos. This is going to be Sofia First WTF Moments, Season 2, Episode 7, King for a Day. That one. Roll the intro. I was a girl in the village doing alright. They became princess overnight. Now I gotta figure out how to do it right. So much to learn and see. Up in the castle with my new family. In a school that's just for royalty. A whole enchanted world is waiting for me. It's gonna be my time to show my life. Sofia the First. So if I'm not as chipper or whatever you want to call it today, just got through with clock therapy to deal with. Because I'm gonna have to deal with it to get through this episode. So, Sofia and her family are eating breakfast. We know why. Because we need to eat breakfast in order to survive. We don't want to be like Dalton Pokemon taking vitamin C every day to just replace food. Because we all see how that turns out. Everybody goes like, So yeah. But, Rose Violet, please refill everyone's water. Rolling. No, Violet, please refill everyone's power rate that's blue. It's blue. Yeah. You still have the judges from America's Got Talent go to Sonic before they go, because every time they have a Sonic Cup, I go Dairy Queen before I do all my videos. No, that's not true. Before this one, yes. So anyways, then Miranda, where's James? He said surprised he wanted to show. His neighbor said, "What's that? That he's late because that's no surprise." I don't like Amber. Sometimes I don't like her. How about we do a challenge? Or not a challenge, just tell me, who is your favorite Sofia character, good and evil? On my side, I have to say Princess Vivian. She was so nice in the last episode. She's like, I'm not getting involved in this. See, when there's a fight, don't get involved in it. Don't try to stop it. Just stand back and watch your friends tear each other limb from limb over the hocus crocus. No, get an adult to stop. That's what I'm trying to say. Do not rip your friends up. If you are fighting your friends, y'all probably shouldn't be friends anymore. And honestly, from the bad guys, I'd have to say Vor. Doesn't have to be in every episode. So anyways, moving on. So, James comes in with these, wheels on his shoes and said they're his rolling wheelie shoes. He has the servants do it so he can get around the castle twice fast. If he has, ooh, that's a good idea. And Amber says, if you watch where you're going, well, I'm king and make sure everyone has a pair of rolling wheelie shoes. And Amber says, well, luckily that won't be anytime soon. I'm telling you, Amber is giving me a step on heebie-jeebies again, and that's not good. You all know that. Calm down, Jordy. She's not doing anything bad yet. You know what? Just one thing's really funny. If James wasn't going to rule in Chancia, that'd be a big smack in the face, man. I wonder what he'd do if he found out he was going to rule in Chancia. I know. They're not going to find out until very, very, very late season 4. Like the last 4 episodes. Before Forever Royal, of course. I don't know why it's called that. Could have been the Battle of War or something. I don't know. It could have been called the Graduation. There are other names for it. But I guess we'll go on with that. So anyways, Roland is there and says that, how would James like to be king for a day? And Sofia said, but Dad, how would that work? You're king. Well, your mother go to Ever Golden Glades to do some Phoenix watching. That's where it comes from the Ever Golden Glades. Okay. You know what that was, so good thing we know. I didn't know that until I watched that yesterday, actually. I didn't know where they were going. I thought it was just a forest. So anyways, they were, Sofia was, thinking, well, that's cool that James is going to be king. And Amber said, but Thar, shouldn't I be queen for a day first? I am older. And James said, by 7 minutes, He said, you'll all get a chance. Ooh, sounds like fun. Is Amber? I should still be first. Actually, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Amber, unfortunately, should be first. I don't like it meaning that, but that's gonna be there. It's true. So, anyways, now, he says to get the crown and to summon Cedric. So he says, I hereby crown you king for a day. I hope you rule wisely, son. And then said to Cedric, he said, now James is the king. You appoint a boy in charge of the kingdom? Yes. So wherever he says go. Wherever he says goes. You hear the Amber, wherever I say goes. So she goes with Roland and says, why are you listening? Why are you leaving? You're missing out on a fun day. What does she think? James is going to say, hey, Amber, go run laps around the palace. If your dress gets dirty, I don't care. Oh, no. She says, oh, I'm going to be back for anything, King James. Because I know you're going to make an entire mess out of King. I'm going to make sure Dad gets back in time to see it. He does, actually, but he doesn't get back in time to see it. So Amber's plan fails. So he says, Your Majesty, we have quite a few things to do today, and on today's news scroll. All right, baby, what do we got? He said that he says you have to approve these raw proclamations. That's okay, I approve them. Oh no, you have to read them and then stamp them with the royal seal. He's gonna read it. You're like, Jordy, how many proclamations? Like 20, and they're huge, stacks as tall as my car. Okay, maybe the window of my car, because they're on a big stack. But he said, it sounds like homework. I agree, and says it's king work. That could take all day, and Sophia, oh, it doesn't look that bad. Why don't you read them and tell James what it says, and then we have him stamp them. If that's how you feel, Sophia, if you're like, oh, it doesn't look that bad, then you read them. I know she's not queen for the day, but read them. If you don't think it's so bad, James apparently thinks it's bad. So anyways, he says, oh, so there's more. I was going to say, it is not that bad, but now he's got more things to do. There needs to be a new coat of armor for the royal knights. They want, so that half of them want a dragon holding a scroll, and the other half want a dragon holding a pen. Let's come back to that one. Half and half makes them happy. And why can't Bailiwick read them? He is the royal steward. So yeah, I think he needs to be the one doing it. So then he goes there and says that the castle servants have too much time today and not have too much to do today and not enough time to do on James, because I know how they feel. So do I. I got too much to do today and not enough time to do it all either. So he says, Dad, Bailiwick, no. There's an old house in the village that may fall down any second. What am I supposed to do about that? The same thing. He says, well, you're the king, James. That's for you to do. Honestly, burn up, or chop it up, burn it, your firewood. That's my opinion. Tell me what you would do about the abandoned house. I mean, that's what I would do. They're all wooden back then. I think all those old houses were made of wood back then. That's what it looks like when we see it. So then, they say, Ruby, Jay, guess what? James is king for a day. That's great. Because we got a giant problem. And when they say they got a giant problem, they don't mean like a huge problem. I mean they actually have a giant problem. Like the creature called the giant. So they come with a shoe. And so we down this outside village cave. There must be a giant inside. A huge one. Then why'd you bring the shoe? It's gonna make him mad if he doesn't have his shoe. You don't take people's shoes. Not even big giants are typically big people. Ruby and Jade are criminals that steal people's shoes at night when you're sleeping. Confirmed. That's not confirmed. But anyways, they say, is he kind of trouble? No, he just leaves that property. He do like this. And Jade went, and he stops. And day starts up again and keeps everyone up in the village all night, including us. They said, okay, I'll add to list, snoring giant. And James said, I know how to solve any problems. And said that he has great ideas like his rolling wheelie shoes. And said, there's ideas for having fun. If you say your ideas can't do both, you just gotta learn to do things your way. The James way. Your crown is brand new, it's weighing heavy on you. You got a kingdom to run and a lot you gotta do. But if you rule the way that you like to play, your fun ideas will help you seize day. You'll see what you can bring when you being your own king. And she pulls off parts of the scroll exactly to make half and half, like I was saying before. And Bailiwick is signing, reading documents, which he should be doing. And James with his pogo stick, they moved the little thing with a stamp. He's stamping them. And then his wish to be able to our servants. He said, I got an idea. He goes, yes, Your Majesty. Halota Wadrota. And they have rolling wheelie shoes. And says, what great idea, James. And he said, downstairs work is twice as fast. And they go, everyone hail King James. Why is he get all the crown? The what man happened? So they go to the village to solve the problems. And he says, oh, finally enough to take orders from the King of Fun. Cedric, Royal Sorcerer. Coming, Your Majesty. So he's saying they need a party. So the party's like to cheer everyone up and says, what's a great idea, but I don't know how it's going to fix the giant. Or to stop the giant problem. Or fix the abandoned house. The abandoned house. He says, Bailiwick, he says, Cedric, could you turn that house into gingerbread? Do you want me to make dessert? I suppose next you want me to turn the pond into chocolate milk. Yeah, I do that too. And I remember the full spell, but it was lacto cocoa gingerbread. And this is, Bailiwick, we need musicians, party heads, and streamers. I'll arrange everything, Your Majesty. And then he says, James, you see me, Johnny's still snoring. Hey guys, what music? Everyone we were snoring. It says, James, this is not song project, just covering up. What's the difference as long as we can't hear snoring? True, but what happens when the musicians get tired? And continue up in the village all night. It's more noise. It's not helping. There's we need something louder than music. How about fireworks? That could wake up the sleeping giant. And you never want to wake up a sleeping giant. Why not? If he wakes up, he can join the party. And said, Cedric, I want you to conjure up the biggest, brightest, loudest fireworks you've ever conjured. Fireworks? Are you sure this is good? Yes. And Sophia said, as your royal advisor, I'm advising you not to do this. Do it. As you wish, Your Majesty. Fireworks appear on high, crack and boom across the sky. And said, hey, we all hear the snoring. What's that? That's why we can't hear snoring. We woke up the giant. It's not just any giant, it's a baby giant. Aww. And you never, ever, ever want wake a sleeping baby giant. So Sophia asked Cedric to shrink the giant so, he can't transform anything. He goes, yes, and you're shrinking his belly. He said, Gigantus, shrinky dinkus? Oh, my wand! Look at too big! So then he says, in the gingerbread house, and it's crumbling. And then baby looks at Cedric and says, this house isn't very sturdy. Why sort to make a dessert, not a fortress? A fortress would come in handy now, Cedric. And then says, King James will figure out I am. Will you have to? You're the king, but I'm not the king, just the king of fun. And he took off his crown. And this area over here is not as crumbly. And said, James, I know what we do things your way, but you have to do is get to our kingdom, whether it's fun or not. He said, you remember what advice regarding ideas? And she saw some of the cookies on the ground. So remember how sometimes we have bedtimes now to help us go to sleep? Maybe we could do the same thing for a giant. We have to distract him. So I can give him chase me. But he can't run you. But can he out-poke me? Now that sounds like an idea. So they, lead the giant, and he's eating, before he goes to sleep. He's, okay, disclaimer. You typically don't want to eat too close to bedtime because when you're parallel to the floor, then you get, the acid in your stomach can come up and you get heartburn. Ugh. I can't eat close to bedtime. It's never happened to me, but usually that can happen. Usually. Not me. But it usually can happen to some people. I've had acid reflux, but not like that. So then they play a lullaby, and he's goes to sleep. And they're, hip hip hooray! They're, shh. Hip hip hooray! All hail King James and Princess Sofia. So during this, they're doing their sketch of the Phoenix. Amber goes, Mom, Dad, and Thorn Death said, we have to be quiet because the phoenixes get scared and they burn. But luckily, rising from their ashes. Oh, I hope it'll be that easy to put the king back together when King James is done making a mess of it. So she's saying, oh, what? I just had a terrible thought. You always notice how James goes, boom goes the cannon. Well, he's probably making the real cannons go boom. Oh, and everything you're worried about. Maybe we should go back and check on him. Rolly, the whole point of letting James be king of his day was letting him be king for the whole day. That's the only way he's going to learn how to run a kingdom. You're right. I'm overreacting. So then they give her a sketch, animated sketch too, of our castle. Yep. That's what it looked like before James was king for a day. She rips in and goes, I hope that's not what the castle looks like after James king for a day. Maybe we should go back and check on him. Well, I finished my sketch, so if you really want to interrupt our relaxing afternoon and support James' big day, great, let's go. That's what's out there. Oh, I don't know, Dave, but it doesn't look good. Coachman, take us down. So what's going on here? There was a giant that was sleeping, but that woke up, but they got him sleeping again. And, they're there, and James is saying that Sofia was the real leader today. And said, but James bravely extracted the giant lamb back to his cave. And said, Your Majesty, I'd like to know that King James and Princess Sofia differing on days' to-do list. Almost everything. Cedric? He said, Dad, Cedric is the best royal sorcerer. He's been helping me all day. I am, he is. No one here, there's a big heavy door. So he calls up a door is this small one, you see, and expands it. So Amber said, I really thought you make a mess of the kingdom, James. Then said, you're a good ruler. But I'd still be better. And then they get back to the castle and said, you'll be a great king someday. Boom! Oh, the servants in the Roman ministry go, James! And he goes, but not today. And that's it for my Sofia for WTF Moments. Season 2, Episode 7, King for a Day. This is a true rotation and the channel. Don't forget to use code A, save money, James Jules, support his channel. You guys, we'll find WTF Moments. But until next time, I'm Dre Morrison. We don't talk about Bruno. No. We don't talk about Bruno. Bye, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.